Not Worth the Time with Wade Taylor. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Not Worth the Time. We're here. We're doing it. It's been a long time. Oh, man, I've been slacking. Life's been crazy. Didn't get out one last week. I apologize for that. I know this has been happening more and more lately, but we're here. We're doing it now, and I'm here to bring you guys some laughs. It's been a great month. You know, it was my birthday month last month. I hate that. No, my birthday was last week. Okay, I didn't celebrate the whole month. Okay, I got you one podcast last month. I didn't do it on my birthday weekend because I was slacking off. I was busy having fun. I was hitting the links. I was just smashing a white golf ball around, just torching it out there, okay? Hitting long drives and leaving putts short. You know, like how you're supposed to play the game. All these pros, they play the game wrong, okay? They hit it far and they drain every putt, okay? That's not how golf was meant to be played. Golf wasn't meant to be played at peak physical performance and scoring low and, you know, putting up awesome numbers and winning millions of dollars. That's not what golf was about. Golf was about hitting good drives and leaving putts short and getting hammered with your buddies and not really caring about the score. That's why the Scottish invented it, okay? They invented it to drink whiskey and just fucking whack a thing while they were walking around in nature, okay? There was no rhyme or reason to this goddamn game. And then you guys went in, oh, we have to make rules and make it sophisticated. Fuck off. I like the rules. God damn it, I hate how much I like rules. I'll tell you, I like rules, but I hate following directions. Big fan of the rules. I love when there's rules to be followed. I can put them in place. I can feel superior, follow the rules. I'm doing all right. Directions. Oh, fuck, I hate directions. Directions, even though they're supposedly the guide to doing what you're supposed to do with a product or to get to a place, they never feel like they're concrete enough to follow. Directions always feel like a very open-ended source code. You can always just kind of add a little bit here and there on it and keep going. The reason that's fresh on my brain is because my brain is completely fried from cleaning the bathroom right now. I just got done cleaning the bathroom, and there is definitely a problem with getting high on chemicals when you're trying to clean your bathroom. And that's what blows me away, is you read the directions and then like the warning labels on any bathroom cleaning product. It says somewhere on there probably, I don't know about all of them, but I know the ones I was using today said, do not use in confined space. This is Clorox bathroom cleaning bleach. It's meant for bathrooms. Is a bathroom not just a very confined space? I don't know anybody who has a non-confined bathroom. Bleach is only meant for people who have 60,000 square foot homes with all of it being bathrooms, I guess. It's an open concept with toilets everywhere. That's the only time you can use Clorox bleach spray, is if you live in a 60,000 square foot home with all the toilets in an open air concept, okay? You're just shitting. That's what they do at the Bilderberg group meetings. They got one house somewhere in Montana that's just open concept, nothing but toilets, and they have their meeting, and they all take their once-a-year dump and plan the world's demise. That's the only time. You got to be rich and have lots of square footage, apparently, in order to use Clorox bathroom bleach. I don't know how else you're supposed to use it. How do you make a product and put in the directions, don't use in a confined space, when you've literally developed that product for said confined space? Everybody's bathroom's too small. So no matter what, I think you're supposed to spray it and then leave. I think you're supposed to just fumigate your bathroom. I think it's supposed to be like if you're getting rid of bugs. You should put up a hazard tent, spray it down, and leave, and then you got to be gone for a week because that bleach is going to linger, and you're just going to get high on bleach if you hang out in there. That's what's happening right now. I could say some wild shit. And you know what? I blame you, Clorox. If I somehow lose my job, start talking about things I shouldn't be talking about, it's on you, Clorox. I'm blaming you and I'm suing you. That is not a factual statement. I will not sue Clorox, and nor will I say anything outrageous this podcast. See? Cover myself. That's how you cover yourself legally. You just say whatever the opposite of what you just said, super fast into a microphone, and bam, you're off. You're fucking free and clear, dude. You're free and clear. Ugh. But, yeah, every bath... And then you got to just be so careful with mixing bathroom products. Because if you're not paying attention, you can make something super dangerous very quickly. I've seen several videos that went viral of people showing how they clean their toilet, and they straight up just mix chemicals that could definitely make mustard gas. It's like, holy fuck, dude. Nobody paid attention in science class. I didn't know that either. I'm just going that purely based off of this video I saw. Yeah, but I still don't think it's wise to mix a lot of the chemicals you probably put in your bathroom, you know? You got to use like one every 2 weeks and just mix it up. Don't mix them up. You got to swap them out. Don't mix, okay? That's wrong. That was the wrong word on my part. Don't be mixing chemicals, okay? You're not Walter White. You don't understand chemistry. So, yeah, it's just a scary moment trying to clean the bathroom, you know? Okay. I'm feeling good, though. I'm feeling good. The headache is slowly setting in. I'm drinking water to hopefully counteract that. So, here we go. We're living it, okay? Just stay away from the you know what? Just don't clean your bathrooms, folks. Just let them get grody. Fuck it. Let nature take its course, okay? Let the natural germs and germification just happen. Just don't risk it with the chemicals, okay? Just let that black mold grow in the shower. It can't be any worse than the bleach. The black mold, it's not doing anything worse than the bleach. It's doing something way worse than the bleach. Get rid of that shit, man. Is there anything more disgusting than when you go over to somebody's house and you see that they just got a black mold in their shower somewhere? Ugh. The amount of just college parties I went to, and you just went into like use the bathroom and you saw some dude's at some dude's house party. They're renting this house in whatever college town they're living in, and you go in there and it's the grossest thing ever. I remember when we had parties at our house pretty frequently. It was a place that people came and drank and hang out, and we had good times. We collectively decided as roommates that was never going to happen in our place. We had a downstairs bathroom that everybody used. We had one bathroom, right? And it was just like, yo, this has to be super clean if we're going to have people over. There was no if, ands, or buts, okay? We were getting it clean. We were making it lean and mean, okay? We didn't want any scum rings in the bathtub. I think for that reason, nobody was ever allowed to take a bath. We're also all dudes. I think if we would have found out if one of our roommates was taking a bath, would have been a lot of hazing going on. You know, that was 2010 to 2015. Some harsh words would have probably been said. Did Wade just say from 2010 to 2015? Yeah, I went to college for 5 years. Fuck off. I also have a degree, and I was in special needs till 7th grade, so you can fucking kiss my ass. I think I'm pretty much excelling at what I'm doing. Wait, don't you also read publicly on this show all the time? Yes, I do. This is partially to fight the fears that I used to. That's all this podcast is. It's called Not Worth the Time because, 1, you shouldn't listen to anything I say. 2, this is just an excuse for me to get over my fears of public reading. I have no problem public speaking. If I write everything I want, that's why I do stand-up. If I could write anything I want and just go do it and say it, we're good. I'm golden. I got it. If I have to read other people's words, I'm going to stammer my way through it because I don't know what words choices they. People have different word and vocabularies than myself, okay? They have different vocabs, and I get all fucking flustered. So... yeah, I feel it's just, I walked into so many college bathrooms where they were just the grossest thing ever. I don't know how dudes lived like that. You know, me and my one roommate, Dylan, were very, very on top of making sure our house was clean. And Dylan more so than me. I'll give Dylan all the credit in the world. He was a guy who kind of started cleaning first. But anytime he started cleaning, I would be like, man, I got to get up and help. And then, like, as time went on, I would always try to, like, do shit beforehand But Dylan was like always on top of that shit, and like I always wanted to make sure I helped and took care of did my part, because like it's you can't throw a party and then also not help clean up, you know. We just didn't want to live in that filth, in like in just a dirty environment. Sometimes, man, it just felt like you could just feel it. Ugh, not good at some of those house parties, you know. Well, what a time. Now I'm living in a very, very clean house, and that's why I try to help take care of the bathroom and make sure it's clean. Okay, scarred from college. That's all it comes down to. Everything's been good though. Had a good birthday. I'm cleaning myself up. Tonight, whereas I'm recording this, we're gonna go do the funniest comic in Iowa competition. That's gonna be a good time. I will see if I can make it to the next round. I'm hoping so. I think I got some solid material. I think I have a pretty good comic. I made it to the finals last year. Didn't place, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try again and just go have fun. The nice thing about, I keep telling myself, like, I want to advance. I want to continue, and I want to, like, everybody wants to win, right? You want the crown. That's why you're competing. I have a lot of weird self-doubt about the whole thing. I don't know why. I'm just being very critical and very harsh on myself internally. And I'm trying to flip that. I'm trying to just give myself a different perspective. And I keep telling myself, when I start getting in that negative loop, and that negative thought, like, man, I'm not going to make it past the first round. I'm not going to do well, whatever. I keep saying to myself, well, if that's true and you don't think you're going to make it to the next round, there's no excuse not to go rip it. Who gives a shit? Just go have a great set then. Just go have fun. Cool, you don't think you're going to make it to that? Fine, whatever. Go rip it. Go have a good fucking time and just have a fun set then. There's no pressure then. If I don't think I'm going to make it, then just there's no pressure to try to move on to the next round. Just go have fun. So, of course, I do want to make it to the next round. I really do. But if I keep having, I just have to combat those things. I have to reverse psychology myself, right? It's fucking annoying. But I'm excited for that. That's why I shaved my beard. If you haven't noticed, like I shaved my beard off. I now have lost weight and look 5 years younger. I didn't realize the length of my beard was adding years to my face. It was adding so much time. I looked way older and way wiser. I thought I'd been getting fat recently. Kept looking at myself in the mirror like, dude, I'm getting fucking fat. I'm like, I don't look good right now. I look fucking... I gotta lose weight. I gotta start dieting. I gotta get in better shape. I still gotta get in better shape. I know that. I'm looking at myself. I'm still not blind. But man, I shaved my beard, trimmed it good. Yeah, I look like I lost about 10 pounds. It fucking rips, dude. That is the beautiful thing about having a beard, is you can just shave off a little bit and then bam, you look younger and you look fitter. It's great. Okay. I can't wait. I'm going to just grow it back out again till December. And then come Christmas, so like through Thanksgiving, everyone's be like, oh man, Wade looks like he might have put on some weight or whatever. He doesn't look good. And then I'm going to show up Christmas, trim beard. And then everyone's like, damn, you looking good. And I'm like, I fucking know it. I've been putting in the work. I didn't put any work. I put shears to my chin. I didn't do any goddamn work, okay? I still ate donuts every day for breakfast. I do not eat donuts every day for breakfast. But sometimes they call me. That's where I've been getting in troubles of sweets, dude. And that it's like starting to store fat places, and it's affecting me. It's affecting my decision making, my cognitive ability. It's a scary one, you know. I don't want fat and that kind of stuff. I don't want cravings and all that jazz to affect what my decision making is or my cravings, you know. I want to eat healthy. That's what I want to do. I ultimately really want to do that. And I want to lose a little bit of weight too. I think I'm a little too heavy right now, so I got to lose some weight. And it turns out that fat has an effect on the brain. There's some studies that show that. And that's what brings us to our article I found for this week, guys. I got this one from New Science Magazine. I'll link the description down below. But this one is from their health portion. It's where fat is stored could influence the effects on the brain. See? Could be, I think it's influencing me. Now, mine's right here in this midriff. That's why I don't wear a lot of tank tops. Okay, I'm not wearing a midriff either because I don't want the paunch showing. Uh, so let's read this article and see what's going on. The effects that fat has on our movement, emotions, and even risk of Alzheimer's disease may depend on where it is on the body. Oh, where in our bodies it is. Man, I didn't read that sentence right off. See, comes back to the reading in public thing. When it comes to health effects of excess fat, few studies have looked beyond the abdomen. To find out more, AQ, I'm just going to say that, at Hong Kong Polytechnic University and her colleagues analyzed how fat in 4 parts of the body, arms, legs, torso, and internal organs may affect your brain. I bet the internal organ ones, as we read on here, affect you tremendously. Because they always talk about like the fatty liver disease, right? And you get that from drinking really heavily. That's like a very common thing that a lot of people get. And I'm terrified of that. It's one reason why I feel like I've really tried to scale back drinking. I wonder if NA beers still affect your fatty liver. Is it just alcohol that really causes the fatty liver disease, or is it like grain-based drinks? I don't know. I'd like to know that based off of like if you go from just crushing beers all the time and then you switch to just drinking non-alcoholic beers, does your liver heal better because there's no alcohol in it? It's got to, in some capacity, I would assume. I don't know. That's a study I'll have to find for another day. Let's continue on. The team collected... Oh, let's scroll down here. Team collected body composite scans and brain images resulting from more than 18,000 adults with the average age of 62. Damn, that's an old average age. Who participated in a UK biobank program after accounting for factors. So people got their body scanned, didn't look at the fucking fine print, and now they're selling their data off to China to examine what they're doing with their bodies. I would assume that's what that is. That sounds what it is. When you call it a biobank project, I don't like the sound of that. This is the biobank project. We're now collecting biometric data in order to better analyze people. We're going to see if the British UK population is fit to fight our enemies. You can check on their older population and be like, they're weak. The biobank project. I don't know why that's such a... that sounds so ominous to me. That is some Skynet shit, it sounds like. After accounting for factors such as age, they linked excess fat in each of the regions to distinct brain changes, nature, mental health. Oh, that's this site. Okay, we're refers to it. For instance, the above average amounts of arm and torso fat associated with thinning in the sensor motor cortex, an area involved in movement. Wow. Okay. So if you have, having more fat in your arms and in your torso is affecting your movements in a lot of ways. When you think about this, like, of course, the restrictions of having excess weight and moving is very obvious. You could see it with your own eyes. It makes even more sense that, like, that's why people even struggle even more when they have so much extra weight that they go to, like, the gym and try to start working out, how that's affecting them even more at that point. This makes a lot of sense in a lot of ways. So not only is your body like carrying extra weight, which makes it harder, but it's affecting how your mind is communicating to your body in order to better efficiently move. That's what I'm gathering anyway. I don't fucking know. I'm a moron talking into a microphone. I don't know why I'm trying to figure out what this means. Let's just listen to what the people have to say. Arm fat was also linked to decreased volumes of in the hippocampus. Crucial for memory. This is one of the first regions affected by Alzheimer's. Okay, see, that's fucking interesting. So if you have a lot of arm fat, your hippocampus can't fire as well. And then if you already are predetermined or have a family history of Alzheimer's, you're just helping increase that even more, because you, without being fit, you're already affecting that part of your brain. So damn, that's fucking, what a domino effect that is for your health. Oh, let me scroll back in here. Above average leg fat is linked to decreased connectivity in the limbic network, which regulates emotions and reward programs. Whoa, okay. I didn't even know that a reward program. I guess that makes sense. You reward your brain or whatever. But it was fat around the internal organs known as vascular fat that had the strongest link with altered brain function. Damn, I called that. I didn't even read this ahead of time, guys. I just saw the article title and was like, damn, that sounds interesting as hell. It was the only type of fat analysis that wasn't linked with a preservation of white matter tissue and transmit signals between different brain regions. Instead, it was associated with dermaturation, another hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. This may be because vascular fat produces more inflammatory molecules than fat in other areas, said essay of McMaster's University in Canada, which could lead to inflammation in the brain. Oh, damn. So having those kind of fatty organs that are putting so much stress on your actual organs, and then because everything communicates through the brain, your blood, it pumps up inflammation into your brain. Wow, that's nuts. That's a crazy thing. That just like another reason why fat on you is like a scary, scary thing. One, everybody wants to look good. Right? I don't like having fat on me, but it's wild that it affects your brain chemistry that much. And what's funny is they're doing this in the UK. I wish they would do this study with metrics from the US, because we're supposedly like one of the most obese countries in the world. I'm going to look that up. I think we still are, I would assume anyway. Most obese country. It's got to be us. Most obese country. Oh, whoa, it's not us. It's Tonga. Oh, but it's by percentage. With 70% of their adult population. Tonga? I didn't even know that. Okay, obesity rate, according to a 2022 to 25. Other nations rate, wow, some South Pacific. Wow, that's interesting. I thought the U.S. would be up there for sure. Are they manipulating stuff? What's America rank in the... There we go. Oh, 13th. Well... Still not great. 40% of people are obese. But I feel like the obesity, it also, like, we all know, I think most people know, like, the obesity meter or, like, count is kind of skewed. Like, technically, I'm obese. You look at me, and I don't think you would think that, but technically, based off of the scale for obesity, I'm, like, 40 pounds overweight. So, there's also that. But anyway, I would be interested to see that study done here in America with the amount of people who are overweight and how fat affects the brain, because it might explain some weird shit going on here and there. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It might explain why some particular public officials kind of seem like they're off their fucking rocker. Might seem why they kind of have a weird speech pattern. Might have something to do with a McDonald's diet constantly. It might just affect your brain chemistry just a little bit. Might be doing some shit. I don't know. Probably not. I'm going to go get some McDonald's. Actually, I'm going to go eat Buffalo Wild Wings I have sitting in the living room right now. I'm going to go watch football and eat Buffalo Wild Wings like a fucking man. And enjoy my Sunday. But you know what you guys should do since it's Monday when you're listening to this? If you enjoyed this show, you should check out puntinggame.com. That's right, everybody. Puntinggame.com is where you can find this show, Not Worth the Time, and a slew of other podcasts podcast. You can find Who Gives a F with me and my older brother Nathan, where we just talk shit every week. You can find that weekly if you feel like you need to hear my voice weekly. And I leave you high and dry because I didn't get to this podcast in time, and I apologize. But you can check out Who Gives a F, and look, you get the same fun, entertaining time. It's a good time. And also on puntinggame.com, you can find a backlog of all of the podcasts we've had on the network over the years. We still have everything up there for you guys to go check it out. So there's a nice vault for you to go check out. So go there, check that out. And if you want to watch this show, you can go to youtube.com and search Comic Wade Taylor on YouTube. Comic Wade Taylor on YouTube, and you can get this show, the video version of this show, Who Gives a F, clips of this show, clips of Who Gives a F, clips of my stand-up, sketches, all sorts of cool shit for entertaining you for hours. You don't want to work? Cool. Oh, you don't feel like doing anything at work that day? Watch YouTube. Go to youtube.com, Comic Wade Taylor. You can find all sorts of cool stuff. Thank you to everybody who subscribed recently. I can't tell you how much that means to me. It's been growing. You guys are supporting. I really appreciate you guys checking out the content. So thank you very much for doing that. And if you want to support the shows, the best way to do is to go to puntinggame.com and search. Or you don't even want to go search there. You just go to the Punting Game shop at puntinggame.com. I forgot how to do these plugs. The Punting Game shop is where you can find t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, all sorts of cool stuff to represent your favorite shows here at puntinggame.com. So go over there, get something nice, and don't forget to use promo code NWTPOD. That's NWT Pod, and that gets you free shipping at checkout, you guys. Guys, thank you so much for checking out Not Worth the Time. I'm sorry that this was late. Like, it's been a lot lately. I'm going to try to get better at this, I promise. Just getting married, having the dog, trying to get booked on stand-up gigs, trying to be a decent friend and hang out with people. A lot of things going on. It's not an excuse, though. I need to be better and more consistent in doing this. So if you're still listening, still hanging out, I appreciate you so much. Thank you very much. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. And remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.